Guess we've got some speed running to do. Ah.
Kinda.
Yeah, that's what we're doing with several of them, and then when we get to the one robot thingamabob, I guess it'll just be like the one and the robot.
I
Why?
can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village.
Wee, away we go.
So you're staging a protest? Fun.
Protests are fun.
Waste your time.
Yep.
But it just
Play
feels
video games and lurk. Unbelievable. I can't believe that you would even consider playing video games. Who does that? Unbelievable.
Super important mission.
Enjoy the lurk there, Anima.
What if you catch
But yeah.
a cold?
Only issue with Twitch right now is unkillable notification. Twitch is weird when it comes to notifications working or not working.
Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories.
Or sometimes sing the campfire song.
This is
Yeah, hardly the time to be writing letters.
to be surrounded by a mob of
So I just want to fight them this time. Like, we'll heal once we hit the save point anyway. Can I knock some down with this? And then get that finishing blow thing? Can I maybe? I knocked you down. Oh, I didn't get over there fast enough though. Stop. I wanted to actually turn to that box, but I'll always be turning to who I'm locking onto, so I mean... Poodle? Poodle was the name of that owl from Tales of Arise. Oh, I guess I have like max capacity for medicinal herb, so I may as well spend one and pick that up. May as well. Well, can I? Okay, I'm not gonna get the finishing blow there, but you're just dead anyway. But yeah, you have a book and spear. You're gonna be a samurai because I'm already like a mage and a spearman in one. You're saying here? No. Stab. Thank goodness you do like so little damage. Barely even tickled. All right. Hey, I can use another thing. Yeah. This time I'm just getting right in there. I'm not gonna do that slow and steady up on the ledge thingamabob that I've done some previous times. I wonder if I can counter the gumballs. I don't think I can. I mean, I didn't quite get to properly see there if I could, but...
this is hard.
I'm trying to get... The writing letter button is the same as the finishing blow button. It's not my fault, okay? My goodness gracious. But yeah, you were playing Cyberpunk last night, just running around silently in N64. Polygon person falls from the sky, survives the fall, but is unconscious. Was weird as hell. That just sounds like Cyberpunk in a nutshell. It's kind of the case. I mean, never played it before myself. I don't think I've ever played any CD Projekt Red game. I think I did like the opening bits of Witcher 3, but didn't exactly get super duper far. All right, so yeah, we're fighting this boss again. We're doing our speedrun thingamabob this time. Yeah, we have the context. We're gonna be mean and stuff. It sucks. We're genuinely evil and stuff, I guess. So do I just want to,
What's going on? There's
straight up
dozens of them.
get in there, maybe? Maybe. No.
These are creatures of the dark.
Well.
Lure them to the light.
Oh yeah, this is the thingamabob where we just like pull them into the light and they die immediately.
That statue. It's the leader.
And then we go ahead and do this. Ow! Don't know how my lock on target changed to the little guys, but okay. Right into the light. Your health is going down so slowly, my guy. So dang slow. Well, I mean, it's more so the light that's hurting them than anything, right? Is mostly the case. Yeah, just chill in the light. Yeah, just come on over here. And what you gonna do? Ow! You'll hit me and then you'll dissolve. The heck? Well, I guess we just do this for a while. I guess we just do this for a little while. Might as well talk about like other things going on in the meantime. So I know last time that I was streaming NieR Replicant, I was talking about how like over the past weekend I was starting to get a decent bit into the most recent Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare game again. when I realized that there is a Switch version that just had all of the content available in, you know, all the other versions without it being like a cycling thing, like they're just always all available. And the Switch motion controls actually being not half bad for it, you know. So I've continued to play like a little smidge of that over the past several days, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. And, you know, I've been doing super duper well in multiplayer games, typically having like, you know, the most kills at the end of a game and stuff like that. Just like really excelling amongst the team, and I was like, wow, I guess I'm really good at this game. Or maybe like the Switch player base is a lot more casual. And then I realized last night that any slots that aren't filled by players are filled with AI, like just generic bots that are wearing default stuff. I thought it was just like an influx of new players, considering the game was on sale for like 10 bucks, is all I honestly thought it was. But then when I realized that they didn't have like spicy usernames and it was just like the generic character name, it's like, oh, these are all bots, aren't they? So like you can get like a decent amount of players if you're playing during the day, it seems like. But I was playing late last night since I didn't have any university today. And if you're playing late at night on a weekday, it's gonna be almost completely bots. I had like one or two other actual players. It was like, oh, well, there maybe goes my motivation for playing this video game that I suddenly had regained. Maybe there it goes, which is kind of unfortunate. You know? I mean, maybe there's like decent players during the day, but if it's, you know, it seems like a pretty dead game. Like when I was starting to pick it up again, it came out on the Switch like 2 years ago, so it's not like I was even coming to it as like a new Switch release. There's that rude dude thing again. So probably shouldn't have surprised me too much they would be dead, but you know, when I came in I was like, wow, this is really surprising. There's so many players here that I would have thought, since you know, the lobbies were always all full. But then I realized that it was mostly bots. Again, there was a decent amount of players during the day, especially around like the main kind of hub and lobby and stuff. Like I was doing some memeing around with some other players, for example. Took a couple screenshots because it was actually pretty funny. But yeah, so there was that. So for the past week, I've suddenly like been getting into that game again, and it might well have just been like a spur of the past week, and that's it. That's all it might be. And now I might drop the game again for who knows how many years once again. But it was honestly kind of an interesting experience, not just like going back and playing that game again, but just like remembering what it's like to play video games on my own without streaming and, you know, not doing grinding off camera. Because like almost all the time that I'm playing video games without streaming nowadays is just because I'm grinding for some series that's going on the channel. So like the only exceptions would be like playing games with family, or maybe playing some Smash against Carvey or something like that. Or if I'm just recording something for YouTube, like recording Minecraft for YouTube, for example, you know? So like even if this game doesn't wind up being one that I stay into, it was still an interesting experience that I'm glad that I had, because it was able to help me remember again what it's like just be able to like sit in my chair, relax, and just boot up a video game just to like play and enjoy on my own without like doing any streaming or having to add any spicy commentary. Like again, I don't mind doing this. There's a reason why I do so much streaming. I do have fun with it, but sometimes it can just be nice to you know, boot up and chill with a video game on one's own, you know? So I'd kind of forgotten what that was like, and it was fun going back to it. I had the most fun playing the sniper classes. They I definitely put the most time into them. They were real fun. And I feel like one of the reasons why I also got into it was probably because of like Splatoon 3 coming out recently, and the biggest reason why I can't really get into Splatoon, like I'm not exactly like a super big player of shooter kind of games, but you know, I have been into some in the past, considering I have, you know, over a couple hundred hours across the Garden Warfare titles of Plants vs. Zombies. So like there are some shooters that I could be kind of into, and there was like a free shooter of some sort that I played forever ago that I don't even remember the title of. So there are some that I could be into, but I'm not a super big fan of Splatoon because, you know, the PvP isn't as much of a focus as, you know, inking territory, and the actual combat with other players, it's really, really short range. The weapons don't exactly shoot very far. You need to be like right in someone's face to fight. Whereas, I feel like that's maybe one of the reasons why I gravitated towards like the sniper so much playing that, because, you know, after doing that whole series on Splatoon 3 and getting so used to like all this close range, when the whole reason that I would like the few shooters I play is like, you know, the ability for long range kind of combat and fights that I wouldn't really have in Splatoon. It made the snipers like ultra fun. So I was playing so much of the snipers in that game for the past week and having a lot of fun with that. Was the case. So maybe part of the reason why I was into it for this past week is probably because of Splatoon, and Splatoon really not being my kind of shooter. Of course, there are like some close range classes, like some melee classes that do big damage up close, but since the game itself is based around long range, you have to get creative for how to come in and be able to do that like big up close damage. Have to play it into your strategy, you know. So there was that. Just miss us replaying bosses, and yeah, that's an interesting thing that you bring up there. Mortis is the most recently revealed Pokemon Wiglet, which you know, is like a worm Diglett thing. There was already a lowland form for Diglett, and now I guess there'll be a whatever the heck form for Diglett. I have no idea what the name of the region is in Scarlet Violet. Paldea. I knew it, but I just forgot. Edma hates it. This will be the one where we finally see what Diglett's feet look like. Yeah, exactly what every player wanted in a future Pokemon game is a worm Diglett. Think it's an evolution? What, instead of evolving into Dugtrio, evolve into that, you think? Maybe. I wonder if all the bosses have like the same health values as the last playthrough. It seems like I'm killing you way faster, from what I can tell. I think I need like a melee hit for the last thing though, right? Because you're not coming off that wall. There we go.
Now, pin her down.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. There, we even got to 1 cycle, so I think they probably do have the same health as last time while you know, I've leveled up and stuff.
Kaine!
We saved you for the 3rd time. 3rd playthrough.
I can't be with. We're always going to be together, Kaine. If
Yeah,
you transform
until
again,
you
we'll just stop it again.
sacrifice yourself, Emil. Unless it's it better be different this time. So I assume it's mostly just gonna be the Shadow Lord's castle that's different. Just collect all the weapons, because you can't save during the Shadow Lord's castle. It's just like that whole final segment. So I assume the scenes there will be different.
So don't you dare leave me.
So we'll go around collecting every weapon. So this will start the quest for the keys and stuff.
Thanks.
Right. I think the idea of multiple playthroughs is interesting, but I do wish that there was more variety between playthroughs, especially when you're on to playthrough 3 and it's basically the same as playthrough 2. Just go around collecting weapons, you know. So there's that. Yeah, there's that about Wiglet. First key. Yoink!
What is this?
Yeah, the first of 5.
It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
How remarkably useless of you.
Yeah.
Let's go ask Popola.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go do the thing. Wah. Let's do it.
It's a cipher of some kind.
Whoa.
Determine its meaning.
Digimon Cipher Sloop Noah. I think that's a game. When she said cipher of some sort, that's the first thing that appeared in my head. I don't know, I've never played a Digimon game before, so I think that's the name of a game, but I'm not quite sure.
This fragment is called the
Yeah. I know.
Found it in the lost shrine. The words must mean something.
They probably mean
There are
nothing.
spaces here for 4 other fragments as well.
Yeah.
Sacrifice,
Yep.
the law of robotics,
Yep.
the memory tree,
Yep.
loyal Cerberus.
Yep.
The law of robotics probably refers to the junk heap.
Yep.
And the memory tree might be the forest of myth. But
Yep.
as for sacrifice and loyal Cerberus, I don't have a clue.
Not a problem.
That's
We
A-okay.
want to fill in the words. We just run
Be
around
interesting
the
if it
world
was
killing
secondary
every
type
big
water.
monster we find, right?
Oh,
No, we go around collecting every
By all
weapon we can.
means, let us undertake a murderous rampage.
They're just shades.
They're just shades.
Besides, it's the only way to reach the Shadow Lord.
It's a
Yeah.
dangerous task.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure
yours
it
in
is.
Even more danger.
But how can you even be sure that she's...
Because she is.
Right?
Cause she is.
The junk heap in the forest of myth, yeah? I'm on my way.
Please
So,
be careful.
what order did we do things again?
Listen.
If I'm trying to like mix things up.
villagers know how much they've sacrificed.
I
and
think
they
last time we did
it's just
Force of Myth and then
scary,
Junk
you know?
Heap.
I'll hurry
So
them
this time we
along
should
the
do
best I
Junk Heap
can.
and then Force of Myth. I don't know.
I'll try.
I don't remember at this point. Everything's blurring together. Everything's blurring together at this point when you do multiple playthroughs of the same game. We should be nearing the end-ish of this series though, since this should be like the last full playthrough that we have to do. Sure, I'll just say Junk Heap.
Opal has said we might be able to find a key fragment in the junk heap.
But do we just want a side
Perhaps
quest?
we can find a clue at Two Brothers' weaponry.
Maybe. What side quests are on the map? I won't be able to see from here. I'm doing pretty alrighty. Like, we may as well just, you know, chill and talk about things now, since I guess I'm gonna be going around side questing. I'll fully answer that in a hot second.
Help! Help! Oh God!
Maybe we'll help this guy. I know that a lot of weapons are
What's
tied
wrong?
to side
There's
quests,
this huge shade near the bridge in the northern plains.
and I think this is one of them.
Damn thing nearly killed my wife and daughter.
I think. I only saw like a video that like quickly went through them all, and I saw something about like
I'm on it.
killing a shade by a
It
bridge.
disappears like the wind. You could go days in the northern plains without seeing it, and then all of a
Wow,
sudden,
that sounds inconvenient. So by the bridge, huh? Is there any way to get it to spawn? Anyway, things are going pretty alrighty with me. I think I mentioned the situation with the, oh, this is new, I think.
Looks like he left the village. Yeah. You think he'll be able to find all the fragments? If he doesn't, these past 5 years will have all been for nothing.
What? You want me to go to the thing and murderize you both?
Now that we know the location of the original Gestalt, the Shadow Lord, we have to stop his rampage. I can't believe the Shadow Lord ran off and holed up like that. I worry the shades who guard the key fragments will pose too much of a threat. Maybe so, but we're pretty much out of options at this point. You having second thoughts, sis? No. The plan is all that matters. We must see the plan to completion. He is simply a tool to that end.
Tool that murderizes you both. Well, we're out in the field. I guess I'll check out the bridge. But yeah, anyway, things are gradually going along here. I probably mentioned the situation already with my truck, where it turned out that the driver's side was reverse threaded, and that whole mess there. So, you know, since we snapped off 2 of the bolts, we only have 8 rather than 10. But, you know, I put those 8 in vinegar, and they were all rusty and stuff. But now they actually look like, you know, metal again, actually being silverish for the most part. This is just one that I have here. The other 7 are with the truck. I just have one on hand just in case I can, you know, take it to any place and be like, do you have anything weird like this? A 1950s reverse threaded bolt for tires. Which seems darn near impossible to find. I can find them online in the States and stuff, but, you know, the import fees are hefty and I really don't want to do that. So how the heck do I do this quest, I wonder? So there's that, and the wheel hub that has the 2 broken bolts in it, we might just have to take that wheel hub off and take it in somewhere professional to get like those half of the bolts taken out. So we brought the spare tire over there the other day, and our plan is like probably a couple days from now to put the tire on with a few of the bolts and basically use the tire as a means to take off the whole wheel hub, so that you can, you know, grab either side of the tire and like pull the whole thing off. So there's that. I mean, modern car stuff isn't as weird. It's just freaking weird when you're dealing with a vehicle that's 70 years old. You know, like when this vehicle was manufactured, the Second World War had only ended like 7 years prior. Like it's an old vehicle of mine is the case. So hold on. What the heck is going on with this quest? So, you know, it just gets especially weird with something like this. I mean, in terms of the mechanical stuff, it's a lot simpler, like simpler times, but things are done very differently back then. So a bridge in peril, because I think this was one of them. Is there any way that I can get this shade to spawn? Let's see here. NieR Replicant, bridge in peril. So we recently got a bunch of stuff for it. Like just yesterday went out and I bought a creeper, which is one of those you know, things that you see mechanic kind of people lie on with the wheels so that you can slide under the vehicle and like work underneath and then, you know, slide out and stuff. So we're gonna use that to work on the brakes and stuff. Let's see here, a Bridge and Peril guide. Not all NieR Replicant side quests are mandatory, but if you want to collect all the weapons and unlock any endings beyond ending B, you'll need to complete a Bridge and Peril. Yep. This one isn't nearly as long as quests like the damage map. I don't even know what that is, so it should make for a quick clear and easy rewards for completing the quest. You receive the yada yada. This quest is only available during the second half of the game. It's yeah, I know. Let's see here. It's advised you go ahead and unlock this quest as soon as you can because the shade you need to slay doesn't always appear immediately upon accepting the quest. Kick things off, head to the northern gate and locate a guard meandering about. He'll tell you to unlock a shade, kill his wife and injure his child. Agree to find the shade, which is a bit easier said than done. Head to the northern plains and locate the wooden bridge stretching across the canyon. It's easy to get there using one of the giant boards lurking about. Once you approach the bridge, giant shade should pop up, but don't worry if it doesn't. Your enemy should pop up somewhere around this area, okay? Triggering the shade's appearance isn't a guarantee every time you wander into the zone, so you may need to try checking back in on the area a few times before you see the big bad and its minions pop up. The quest log's hint mentions the creature prefers cloudy weather, so when entering the northern plains, look up at the sky. If it looks a little cloudy, head down the bridge and see if the shade is there. If you're having trouble getting the shade to pop up, one older method from the original version of NieR Replicant / Gestalt involved saving your village, exiting to the northern plains, and running up to the bridge to see if the shade is there. If not, simply restart the game, reload the save from your village, and run up to the northern plains again. This method should be faster than running in and out of the zones, and so large. For our playthrough NieR Replicant, we had no trouble running into the shade on our first pass through the northern plains. The shade spawns with a ton of smaller enemies. Well, do I just want to, yeah, that is indeed the case. That was something that we were discussing, I believe, a smidge before you got into the stream was the case. And it's already updated in the schedule channel in the Discord server as well. Yeah, so maybe I'll go save in the village and like we'll try reloading and stuff until doing that. And what I was mentioning earlier is part of me kind of wishes that it was coming out in November, so I'd have like 2 games coming out in the same month that I have like really low expectations for, Skull and Bones and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and see which game is worse. But well, probably good that they're delaying it and, you know, making it a little bit higher quality. But at the same time, it's already been delayed like 4 or 5 times is the thing, so you know. It's not like delays or anything new. Considering this game was supposed to come out like, what, 3 or 4 years after Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and now it's 8 years later. So it's already seen its fair share of delays. Is the case. No point picking that up. I'm just gonna reload this anyway, potentially, so I'm not gonna bother picking it up. So, yeah, there's that. I recently went around making like part 1 thumbnails for a bunch of series coming up on this channel. Skull and Bones is one of them. Unfortunately, there was no convenient PNG of its current title as opposed to like its initial title that they made for it. So I had to, you know, find one with a background and basically crop it out myself. So basically X out the game and like boot it up again? If the shade isn't here? Is that what's going on here? Was unable to sync your NieR Replicant version 1. With the saves with the Steam Cloud. If you play now, you may not have previous game progress, so you may permanently lose it. It's saved locally. I don't need it on the cloud. It should be fine, right? Should be a-okay. I don't know why, but almost every time I boot it up, like the boot up thingamabobs here have like this really low frame rate. I don't know why, but it just kind of does a lot of the time. So maybe I should go around doing other quests, and as I go through the northern plains, just check that bridge. Because if it's gonna like lag this much every time I boot it up, you know, I don't know what's with the frame rate of this game. Most of the time being perfectly fine, and then other times just randomly dying. Look how slow it is. Oh, now it's fine. So, you know, there's that. There's that. I'm gonna adjust my microphone slightly. Ah, sniffles. This is not the right way to the northern plains. Well, I don't even know what that is then. Yeah, you know what? Tell you what. I'll check the northern plains here one more time. And if it's not there, then I'll just, you know, check it whenever I happen to be coming through. Because apparently this is one of the quests that I need to beat the game, because a weapon is tied to it. And I need every weapon for some reason. So if I'm in the plains here anyway, should I just go to the junk heap? Should I, if the shade isn't here? Should we just go do that? I don't see a shade here. I don't see any big bad. Why couldn't it just be out at all times? Yeah, we can go do the quest with the robot and stuff. Wait, don't we just need to like start this quest? And then Mr. Dudo's like, come back later, I'll send you a letter. And then you need to go out and do something else, I think. So while we're in the area, we may as well do this. And then maybe when we're coming back, maybe the shade will be there. It's starting to look kind of foggy right now, but that could just be because of the moisture of the water, I guess. Is all it's meant to be. I don't even have any capacity for more medicinal herbs. I don't even have that. Imagine if I could hold like 20 instead of 10. How sick that'd be. If only. If this was Tales of Arise, you'd be able to pay money to real world money to increase that cap. Which, thank goodness this isn't Tales of Arise with those kinds of wacky microtransactions. So we're gonna get the scenes with the robot and the shade and stuff, right? So this is gonna be that. Where it's like, there's that scene. Should I just skip it this time, actually? Because we saw it before. And then the robot comes in and he's like, you're an intruder, I must eliminate you. Just kidding, let's be friends now. JK. Quickest dialogue ever as he slowly wanders into the room. He's still wandering into the room as the conversation finishes. All right. Yeah, we're speedrunning this time, I guess. All right, and there's this. Kid slips on a pipe, something crushes his brother, and then he blames the robot. And the robot and the shade are just like, what the hell was that? Heck was that stupid kid doing? Okay, and then we
Perhaps we should speak to the brothers.
yeah, let's
They
go
might know
speak to
something
them.
about this.
All right, hi, how's it going?
Oh, hey there. You're the little... Oh,
Yeah,
first,
you've
My brother's...
my brother's
It's
been
okay.
dead.
I need to... What is... You heard any rumor? Not the little...
Yeah, there's that.
All I want just...
I want to destroy. I'm here to kill chaos.
Never mind then.
That, and we start to leave, and then he's like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I recently got...
Here. Take this weapon thingamabob. There we go.
Don't we already have this weapon?
Shh. These things happen the second time around.
But it's not even the second time around.
This
Yeah.
It's the third time around.
If you'll fix it.
Repair anything.
I'm gonna need only
The memory
real big
alloy.
enemies. Also, here's the... You got it.
So I just enter the dungeon, and then exit the dungeon, and I'll have memory alloy, right? I think. Did we have the lyrics to this last time? I think we did. Just as like the general kind of world theme. There were times that it was playing. Okay, I can't put any more medicinal herbs in my pocket. But I can put more rodents in my pocket. I know there's one here, yoink. So we just enter it, get the memory alloy, and then exit, I think. Ow. I don't know if my mic picks up that crack. So, all right, possess the following item, memory alloy. Wow, incredible.
shame about the older lad.
Yeah,
He's but a child.
mighty shame. We've seen it happen before. All right, and then they're just big chilling over there. Oh no, he's killing the robot. Okay, well, let's go ahead and come back. Put you in my pocket, yoink! Convenient how you stop moving the moment that I go to lean down and pick you up. Yee. I guess I'll, whoop. Fine. Yoink! I don't even know what I use those for, but I'm just collecting them anyway. Alright. I did the thing. It's like, I'll work on it, and then,
I'll stop and since...
won't even charge for it. I'll send you a letter.
This...
Gotta take some time. Alright, bye! See you later.
Disappears.
Some free time. Head for the Forest of Myth. Okay. Okay. So maybe the shade will be there now? Should I just go to the Forest of Myth as I'm going through?